coming with the crew. You got a few, we got a slew. We tryna do what they said that we couldn't do. Oh yeah, I ain't living with regrets. Ain't no limits, ain't no rest. They want money, power, respect. I want more, I wanna be blessed. We want the legacy. We got the hope and we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory. We want the glory. Let's go. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. Kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, you know I do it for the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, hey, when I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory. For the real, I know how they used to feel. Now I'm here up in the field, making these moves, making these deals. I made something out of nothing. I ain't bluffing, no discussion. Look at the numbers, I've been hustling. Little rough around the edges, still I made it though. Still I just been laying low. Man, I just feel grateful though. I know where I come from, man, I ain't alone. Yeah, and I feel so blessed, too blessed to be stressed. And I'm with the day unos, they don't ride to the death. We got the legacy, we got the hope, and we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory, we want the glory. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. Kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, you know I do it for the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, hey, when I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory.
Don't get me started, I'm pleading. If this is a race, can't none of y'all beat me. Boy, I'm so good, it feel like I'm cheating. A well of the storm, I feel like it's season. This type of drive could push Lamborghinis. So get yourself signed and have your own sneaker. I'm in the van, I'm pushing the meter. A legend like John for everyday people. I got the heart of a champion. I got the blood of a winner. I don't know how to be stagnant. I got way too much ambition. I keep on beating statistics. How would I be denied? My only option is winning. I'm crossing the finish line. Hey. I feel like I'm space. It's bigger than profit, but still I get paid. My thinking colossal, not minimum wage. Talk to the loss like I know the way. Stay on my job like who need a break? It was impossible, I heard them say, but I'm like MacGyver to all my mistakes. Run it back home, now look at the bases. Been winning so long, I feel like a native. I got what you want, but you cannot take it. I do what you don't, cause I'm more creative. I put me on, no help for your favors. I'm breaking the mold to show you the flavors. I got control, you can't enable. I'm using my flaws to make me the greatest. I'm number one. I'm number one. I'm number one. Yeah, I'm number one. 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 Yeah, I'm number one. I'm number one. I
You are looking live from the DeVos Fieldhouse on the campus of Hope College on another beautiful fall day here in Western Michigan, where we have for you this evening on one great weekend, homecoming weekend on Hope's campus. We've got a battle of rivals. Two nationally recognized and storied programs in Division III volleyball square off in what is usually one of several contests between the two of them. The Calvin University Knights travel to DeVos to take on the Hope College Flying Dutch. Calvin comes into the contest with a 4-1 record in the MIAA and a 15-7 record overall. Hope College is 6-0 in the league and 20-2 after their victory on Wednesday night over the University of Olivet, and ranked number 2 in the country. This is a battle of MIAA opponents, but because of the single round robin, it will not count toward the conference standings. But that doesn't mean it means anything less to these two teams who battle mightily year after year. It means something for regional rankings, it means something for national rankings, and it will mean something for a position in the postseason tournament. We are 1 minute and 30 seconds away from the start of what will be a terrific volleyball match, and we are particularly excited because on this homecoming weekend, we also get to welcome back players from the 2014 National Championship team. I believe there are 11 of them here. I got to visit with a few of them before the match tonight, and between sets 2 and 3, we will introduce them. As I said, Calvin comes in with a record of 15-7. They are led up front by junior Erin Baker. This is a home game for Baker as she comes from nearby Saugatuck High School. She averages 3.35 kills per set, and that ranks her 3rd in the MIAA. Hope College comes in with the co-national player of the year, Addie Vanderweide, the Grand Rapids Christian senior, averaging 3.42 kills per set. Hope has a hitting percentage of .270 compared to its opponent's .149. Calvin has a hitting percentage of .192 compared to its hitting percentages of .125. When we have chance, we'll take a dive into more of that, but right now we're going to turn it over to the voice of Hope College volleyball, Mr. Dave Fleece.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse, the home of Hope College volleyball. Tonight, the Flying Dutch of Hope host the Knights of Calvin University in MIAA action. Before we announce our starting lineups, we ask that you please remove your hats and join us as we stand, if you're able, to honor our country and everyone defending it with the playing of our national anthem. And now here are the players and lineups for tonight's match. First, playing for the visiting Knights of Calvin University. Number 5, Aaron Baker. Number 6, Grace Spolma. Number 7, Jordan Steen. Number 9, Sophie Shields. Number 14, Allison Moore. Number 15, Ellie Wearsome. Number 16, Sarah Jensen. Number 17, Emma O'Connor. Number 19, Trina Vanderswag. Number 20, Mary Boa. Number 21, Gabby Bozide. Number 24, Ava Epley. Number 25, Tiana Seikstra. And number 26, Alyssa Sienko. And now, starting for the Knights, the freshman from Rochester, New York, number 4, Mackenzie Gehrig. A senior from Hudsonville, number 8, Vanessa Martinez. A sophomore from Pella, Iowa, number 10, Jasmine Naminga. A senior from Portage, number 11, Avery Ekins. A freshman from Frisco, Texas, number 12, Delaney Kemp. A junior from Chesterton, Indiana, number 18, Emma Ekblaw. And a freshman from Racine, Wisconsin, number 22, Lena Kushabuski. The Knights are coached by head coach Amber Warners in her 23rd season. She's assisted by Emily Clark, Morgan DeVries Bream, Grace Selman, and Spencer Frederick. And now for your Hope College Flying Dutch. Number 1, Kate Lortzma. Number 3, Natalie Panucci. Number 5, Gracie Allen. Number 7, Abby Samuel. Number 8, Jenna Bloom. Number 9, Jenna James. Number 10, Ella Contant. Number 12, Kate Oates. Number 14, Angie Butler. Number 15, Eva Hardung. Number 16, Olivia Wyma. Number 19, Tess Herendeen. And number 21, Brooke Fox. And now starting for your Flying Dutch, a senior from DeWitt, Michigan, number 2, Grace Marshall. A senior from Mason, Ohio, number 4, Annie Lockett. A sophomore from Grand Haven, number 6, Cameron Burbridge. A junior from Plymouth, number 11, Lauren Lee. A senior from Kentwood, number 17, Allie DeWeird. A senior from Elkhorn, Wisconsin, number 18, Sammy Seib. And a senior from Grand Rapids, number 22, Addie Vanderweide. Coaching the Flying Dutch in her 21st season is head coach Becky Schmidt. She's assisted by Carrie Lahaki, Taylor Babick, Amber Morse, and Gabby Vachon. Your officials this evening are Gretchen Galloway, Dave Alexander, Todd Klein, and Riley Wortley.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dave Fleece. Always an excellent job on the public address. The long-time, hard-working voice of Hope College volleyball. They used to call him DJ Dave, but they took his DJ equipment away when they built the Boss, and it was all run from the top now. But DJ Dave Fleece continues to be a stalwart and enduring part of the Hope volleyball family. In the last time these two met at Van Ord Arena, Hope swept the Knights 25-19, 25-20, and 25-20. As a team, they hit 283, and they were led by Cam Burbridge with a sizzling 474. She also led the, Addie Vanderweide led the team in kills, hitting 235. She had 12 total, Burbridge had 11. For the Knights, they hit 148, and they were led and carried largely by Aaron Baker with 14 kills. She hit .244 with only 4 errors and 41 attempts, so they certainly did feed her in that first match. This one is not important for the league, but it's very important for everything else, especially for the Dutch, who have to defend their home court. Mr. Dave Alexander, our down official, has just reviewed and blessed the lineups. He's grabbed the ball and tossed it to the Knights. The up official, Gretchen Galloway, is ready to get us started. An excellent officiating crew with us today. Starting for the Knights will be Delaney Camp, a freshman from Frisco, Texas. A woman who came north to get a great education. Hope she survives the winter. And there's a right side attack on the serve received by Annie Lockett, who pulls out her rocket early, and Hope gets the first point. Marshall will come out. Brooke Fox will come in. Fox is a junior from Sonneman, Illinois. Vanderwide to serve. Here's an outside tip attempt. Nice play by Avery Ekins, the Kalamazoo Christian native. She ranks 8th in the MIAA in kills per set at 2.91. Smart play by Ekins as she picks up Calvin's first point. She saw the double block and craftily tipped it over. This is Gehrig with the serve for the Knights. Middle attack, Burbridge blocked and covered by the Knights. Martinez with a nice one. That's not the first time, not the only time we will hear her name tonight. Brooke Fox powers it off the block. It goes out, and it's a point for Hope. Ekblaw and Martinez had the block up, and Brooke Fox deftly ricochets it off the block and out of bounds. 2-1, Hope with an early lead. Sammy Side, the serving ace leader for the Dutch. It's handled that time by the Knights. Here's Lockett with a right side attack. And a back set that was low, no call on it, and Hope was able to handle it. Great job by the setter to get it over there. And there's a kill by Avery Ekins. That is her second of the day, and we are tied at 2. Avery Ekins with a little change up to start it, and then she came with a missile. Ekins coming into today, 2.91 kills per set. She has 2 already, both points for Calvin, and now she'll serve. She's doing everything. Vanderwide gets a good contact. Lee has to chase it down. Calvin with a block. Vanderwide with a back row attack. They'll go outside, does Calvin. That's Aaron Becker. An attack is sent back over by the Knights. Nice play. And there's a middle by Allie DeWeerd. Coming hard from the 5-hole, and she puts it down 3-2. DeWeerd, a senior from South Christian, leads the league in hitting percentage at .365. And we just saw why. Here's Kate Oates into the game to play the back row. Nice back set by Calvin. Hope blocks it and covers it. Here's Fox, jumps high, gets it up over. That's Gehrig with the nice first contact. Vanderwide, back to Lee. And Allie DeWeerd has it blocked in the middle by Vanessa Martinez. They know that they have to keep an eye on Allie DeWeerd. That's exactly what they did, and we are tied at 3. As I have a feeling we will be nip and tuck all night, as they were in the first 3 at Calvin. Here's Calvin's serve. A tip by Fox is handled tight to the net, and Lauren Lee puts it down. As the set went too close to the net, Lauren Lee reached up and put 2 hands down, and it's 4-3. Brooke Fox will drop back to serve. And that one goes deep. That's the first service error of the game by either team. The ball will go back to Calvin. Fox on the year has just 3 service aces, but that was her very first service ace of the season. Vanessa Martinez with a tough serve. Marshall picks it up. Lee has to chase it. Vanderwide gets up over the block. Nice play but Calvin handles it. This is Aaron Baker. There's Vanderwide with the muscle, and she ricochets it off of, I believe that was Grace Spool, my number 6. Allie DeWeert to serve. Nice serve in the deep corner, and they aren't able to get it up. And the first ace of the game goes to Allie DeWeert. Coming in, Allie DeWeert had 20 aces, make it 21. Same spot. This time it's handled by Calvin, and that block goes just out. Calvin picks up the point. Nice attempt by Aaron Baker. She picks up the kill. She comes out, and checking in for her will be Lena Kushabuski. She will play back row. She's a freshman from Racine, Wisconsin. Calvin to serve outside to Vanderwide. Good cut shot, but Calvin handles it. Middle attack, and there it is! Jasmine Naminga, the Pella sophomore, beats the block, and we are tied at 6. Kushabuski will serve again. Right in the lap of Lauren Lee, but it's hit too hard by Cam Burbridge. Bad timing, and Calvin with 2 points in a row, but we've got a touch, and it is 7-6. It looked funny, but nobody really said anything. And I thought the ricochet was, I didn't think it, I thought it was violating physical laws for it to actually not be touched. And so we are 7-6, Hope with the lead. Vanderwide with a second contact. She'll go all the way across to Lockett, who pushes it over with one hand. And there's an attempt by Ekins, and it is out. And it will go, the ball will go to the Knights, and we are tied at 7. Waiting to see who will drop back to serve. It will be Delaney Kemp. So both teams one time through their serve rotation, as this is Kemp's second. She serves from the far right side of the court. And that service error will send it back to the Dutch. 8-7 they lead.
Vanderwide serving.
Delaney Kemp coming into today had 19 service aces, although that does get counterweighted by 21 service errors. That was 22. Nice play by Calvin. It was blocked, but wasn't blocked well enough, and Naminga picks up a right side attack point, and we are tied at 8. Lauren Lee with the right side back set. Lockett's attack is handled. First contact on Ekins' shot is Lee, so it'll go to eventually get to Lockett, but again handled. They go outside, not much to work with. Ekins smartly gets it over, and then Lockett with a clear shot, but picked up well on the back row. Here's the right side, and they can't seem to get a block on the right side as Emma Ekbaugh picks up the kill. Ekbaugh coming into the match, a junior from Chesterton, Indiana. We'll check her cumulative stats in just a second, but that's her third kill against 0 hitting errors. Good start by Ekbaugh. And Cam Burbridge finds a way to dribble it into the double block on the middle attack. Burbridge leads the team in blocks with 1.11 per and 10th in the league in hitting percentage and 3rd in the league in blocks. Certainly making a case for first team All-American, first team All-League, excuse me. And that one is a middle attack by Calvin, and that is not handled by Hope. Emma Ekbaugh with again another attack and another kill. Should be her second of the day if the stats get updated. Calvin with a 10-9 lead. Avery Ekins, tough serve, picked up by Seib. Here's Lauren Lee outside to Brooke Fox, and that one's blocked. Calvin with an 11-9 lead. Tough block on the right side, on the outside, excuse me, by Emma Ekbaugh. And it is 11-9. Now Ekins will go all the way over to the left side of the court. I thought she was on the right side earlier, but she moves her location, goes at Vanderweide. Here's Fox. You're going to have to go back to Lockett, who does a great job cutting it inside the antenna. They go right side, picked up by Vanderweide again. And Brooke Fox is going to have to, Brooke Fox had second contact. Miscommunication between Lockett and Lee, and Calvin picks up a point, and it's 12-9. I think everyone sort of inhaled as the second contact from Calvin prior to that looked a little spinny. No call as they let them play on. Calvin picks up the point, 12-9. Going right at Vanderweide, the back row again, middle attack, tipped by DeWeert, but handled and sent back by Calvin. That ball was going to be out, but Calvin plays it. Here's Seib, back set from Lee to Lockett, and Rocket picks up the point and stops the Calvin mini run. 12-10, the Knights with the lead. Thought I might make an athletic play on that one, but I'm not that athletic, too far away. 12-10. Calvin having a hard time handling that serve, but they do get it over. A little unconventional order on that. Brooke Fox gets a tip. Neither team played that very well, but it was good enough for Hope to pick up the point, and it's better to be lucky than good sometime, and it's 12-11. Here's Kate Oates to serve. Dutch trail by 1. Calvin having trouble with this, but a good job by Baker to get it over, and Hope has a hard time handling it. Now they're going to go right side and pushed over by Emma Ekball. And another kill for the Knights, another point. They lead 13-11. Ekball will come out. Coming in will be Trina Vanderswag. She's another local. It's a home game for her. She's a sophomore from Holland Christian. Exciting for her to play in front of her friends and family tonight, I'm sure. Nice first contact by Hope all the way across to Brooke Fox. Good pickup by Ekins, but Hope will get another chance. And this time it's Lauren Lee. So many weapons for the Skyline Junior, and we're down to a 13-12 lead. Great crowd on hand on homecoming weekend. Thank you all for being here. If you're not here, we are certainly glad you joined us on Hope College Sports. Nice push. Hope was not ready for that attack from Grace Spoolma as she picked up a crafty point, and Calvin has a 2-point lead. Martinez will drop back. Wyoming High School alum, serves from the middle, jump serve, tight to the net. And Lauren Lee battles the middle, but Hope loses that battle, and Calvin picks up a point, and Calvin has got a 3-point lead, and Hope's going to call a timeout. We'll see if this song, the theme song of the 2014 team, can get this current 2024 team back in it. We'll leave it here and let our good camera folks show you the sights and sounds of a great weekend here at Hope College. That was one of the 2 theme songs from the 2014 team, as that game carried them through many exciting matches, including a visit by the author and producer of that, Mr. Jim Pederick, who showed up one night in the locker room before a match. Did you see my play on that one? I made a very athletic play. All right, good. That one's a highlight reel. Not for Hope, but for me, as Calvin picks up another point. They lead 16-12. Jim Pederick of Survivor showed up, and the theme from Rocky, Eye of the Tiger, was his song. He has a summer home in Saugatuck, and somebody knew somebody who knew Jim. There's a slide by Allie DeWeird to try to stop the bleeding here, as the Knights are playing very well here in set 1. And he showed up and he played Eye of the Tiger with his guitar, and the women thought it was a gag, but it was actually Jim Pederick. They remember it to this day. I was listening to some of their conversations, and it was a, do you remember when that dude came and sang the song from Rocky? And sure enough, he did live. And they later won the national championship. That Burbridge is blocked. Spoon was going to send it over, but that looked not quite smooth enough, as that's a double hit. Hope will pick up a point. That's 2 in a row for the Dutch, thankfully, as Calvin has been playing terrifically here in set 1. They are out hitting the Dutch 379 to 184 here in set 1. It's fortunate for Hope that they're only down by 2. Vanderweide's attack is handled. Burbridge blocks Naminga. Vanderweide first contact, and they are going to call a net violation on the Dutch. I believe it was Burbridge, and it is 17-14 as time is starting to be on Calvin's side. A 3-point lead this late in the match can be hard to overcome. We'll see if they can do it. Kushabushki to serve, Oates to Lee, to Vanderweide, and that's money, 17-15. A much-needed balm on a first set that has been largely Calvin. That's her second kill of the night. And Lauren Lee, always a tough server, will send it right at the libero, middle back, handled. That one is punched over. Wasn't the prettiest in the world. Calvin now has it, and Vanderweide comes with a missile. Calvin could not get much on the ball, so they basically gave Hope another chance, and Hope is able to cut it to a 1-point match. 1-point set, excuse me. Here's a middle attack. Again, Hope's able to handle that. Now Calvin will get a shot from the outside, and they get it through. Avery Ekins powers it through the double block, and it dribbles down in front of the players. Avery Ekins with her third kill of the night. There's a back set to Lockett, and that's exactly what they needed. She was able to tool it off the double block, and Hope cuts it down to 1 point once again. Trying desperately to climb back in and take a lead, which they have not yet seen. Vanderweide to serve. Nice set and nice attack. And Calvin with a 2-point lead. That's Avery Ekins once again having a terrific first set. 4 kills on the night for the senior from Kalamazoo Christian. Back set to Lockett. The block is up, so she has to get it over high. Hope will get another chance, this time from Fox with a roll shot. Picked up well by Calvin. They send up their own roll shot. Here's back set to Lockett. And once again picked up. I thought that was a good choice by Lauren Lee, but Calvin was ready for it. There's a middle attack. Berberich is played. Now here's a right side. Vanderwide to Lee, middle to Berberich, and that ricochets off the block. And a big point by Hope. As had they not picked that up, we would have been looking at a 3-point set with only 5 points to victory. Instead, it's a 1-point game. Calvin leads by an ace, a single. Saib, the senior to serve. Right side goes way deep. Well, not way deep, but deep enough as that's outside. First attack error of the night by Ekins. On the night, that is only Calvin's first attack error. They have played a terrific first set. That one's tight to the net as that set was just a little off, and we are tied at 9. And Calvin's coach, Amber Warners, is going to call a timeout. We will take a timeout ourselves. Hope has its first lead since 1-0. We'll be back to see if they can hold that lead and a first set victory against a very tough Calvin University team. Right after this, you're watching Hope Volleyball. Hope College, with its first lead since 1-0, has evened the hitting percentages. Calvin starting out at 389 before the timeout by Hope. They have returned to the land of the mortals, 262 to Hope's 224. Hope with one service ace, each team with one service error each. And Hope with 4 attack errors, Calvin with 3. Serve from Hope. In the middle, it's pushed over. Hope will get a decent chance here. Right side, Annie Lockett threads the needle and puts it between the block and the line, and Hope with its biggest lead of the night. What a comeback. Can they hold it? Subbing in will be Delaney Camp. Coming out, I believe, was Grace Spoolma. Sammy Saib with a tough serve down the right side. It was a marginal set, but they're going to play on. There's an attack by Allie DeWeird, is blocked. And then Annie Lockett is on fire. She's putting the team on her back. That is her 5th kill. I think she's had 3 of the last 5, and Hope with a lead of 22 to 19. And here comes Saib. Tough serve again, and that's in the crowd. That's an ace by Saib, and that's going to be another timeout by by Calvin. Sammy Saib with another service ace. She came in with 42. She's picked up at least 1. We'll have to check the books here. Hope leads 23-19, trying to close out set 1 victory. We'll be back in a second to see if they can do it. This is Hope Volleyball.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is Hope.
Sammy Seib with her first ace of the night, her 43rd of the season, and none of them will be more important than that one as she gave Hope a 4-point lead here in set one against their rival, and oh, it hits the net tape.
Point Calvin.
The cruel net tape does not give her the dribble, and it is 23-20. Hope is 3 points away, but Calvin has the ball in the reliable serving shoulder of Avery Ekins. Good pickup by Vanderweide to go outside to Fox. She gets it up high, but it is handled well by Gehrig. Outside, nice play by Erin Baker as she was able to penetrate the block. Coach Becky Schmidt has been wanting to improve the blocking of this team all season, and they certainly would have liked an improvement on that one. 23-21. Calvin trying to crawl back in. They led almost the whole way. The parent and student section exhorting Hope to try to pick that up. That's a back row attack by Vanderweide. And a block by Allie DeWeerd. We're at set point. A solo block by the senior middle. And we are at 24-21. Allie DeWeerd, first in the MIAA in hitting percentage. But let's not forget about her blocks, as she has 36 on the season and a critical one there. Here we are at set point. And Allie DeWeerd brings home the victory, 25-21. Somehow Hope crawls its way back from a very lackluster beginning to power through with great excellence in the second half of that set to win 25-21. Don't go away. We're going to take a little break. We'll have set two, and then between sets 2 and 3, we are going to honor the 2014 National Championship team. But right now, we are going to, let's leave it here, Freddie, for what we've got here as an announcement. So.
My name is Travis Myers. I'm a member of our Student Athletic Advisory Committee at Hope College and also play football. For the next couple of minutes, you will see Hope athletes walking around the stands with buckets, as well as a Venmo QR code on the screen in hopes to fundraise for a nonprofit organization called Hand to Hand. Each year, our Student Athlete Advisory Committee works alongside Hand to Hand. This organization uses donations to provide backpacks full of foods for less fortunate families in the area, which are packed by Hope student athletes. Children are sent home with these backpacks on weekends and holidays in hopes to reduce child hunger. $4 will feed a child for a weekend. Last year, we fed 950 children, and this year, we would love to feed over 1,000. Thank you in advance for your kind consideration to donate to such a special cause. Thank you, and go Hope.
Thank you very much, Student Athlete Activities Committee. We're going to take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with set 2. You are watching Hope Volleyball.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget Louie the Lightkeeper to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper. They're challenged to find their calling and shape their future. They're taught to empower their talents, chase their dreams, and encouraged to make a difference. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
We are blessed with a terrific group of students who make these broadcasts possible. They work very hard on weekends, and they'll never work harder than they work this weekend, as we have lots of activities all around campus. Ms. Valeria Valencia is one of our camera women. She is doing wide shots tonight. Mr. Jake Johnson is doing our close-up shots. Ms. Emma Urich is on our floor cam. We're pulling out all the stops tonight. We brought out the floor cam. Thank you for that, Emma. And then our student director extraordinaire, Audra Woolman, who takes care of all of the communication with her student workers on the camera. And more importantly, she's responsible for taking care of our boss. Deep in the recesses of DeVos Fieldhouse, the Director of Video Services and our jefe forever, Mr. Freddie Velasquez. Thank you to all those good folks who do this in large anonymity and make us look good. Hope with a first set victory. They hit 255 compared to Calvin's 234. Hope will serve first here with Lauren Lee. She'll now set, and Addie Vanderwide swings it too hard, too wide. Well, not too hard, but too wide. She got it between the block and the antenna, but it was wide. Leading for the Dutch. It was a balanced attack as Hope fed all their players. Annie Lockett from the right side picked up 5. 3 each for Burbridge, Vanderwide, and DeWeerd, and 2 each for Lee and Fox. Nice balanced attack for the Dutch. Lauren Lee with the first contact. They'll go right side to Annie Lockett, handled in the back row by Calvin. Here's a right side attack by Emma Ekblaw, who was on fire in the first set of that set, and she has very excited about that first kill. For the Knights, they were led by Avery Ekins with 5, Aaron Baker with 4. Naminga had 2, as did Ekblaw, and 1 each for Spoolma and Martinez. 25-22, and that ball is out, looking for a touch, and we get it. And Hope gets its first point of set 2. Brooke Fox will check in. Grace Marshall will come in, and Addie Vanderwide will drop back and serve from her very familiar far left side of the court. She sends it right down the left side, as she often does. And that ball's handled by Hope, but not very well, as Hope had a hard time really getting much on it there, and that forced Lockett to push it over, but push it over illegally, did she? And Calvin with yet another early 3-1 lead. This is Trina Vanderswag. And bad timing, bad communication, and a hitting error by Hope, and it's 4-1. And the crowd, as excited as they were to begin set 1, is currently the inverse of that here, as everyone's just a little surprised that Hope has started out so flat. Backside attack by Vanderwide. Here's a slide by Martinez. Nice tip, nice pickup by Lockett. So they'll go to Fox on the assist from side. That's handled by Hope. And Vanessa Martinez powers it down the middle with not much of a block, and it is 5-1. Coach Becky Schmidt she's always off the bench, but that's as far up onto the court as I've seen her in a while. I think it might have been something like block better, but probably a few other points of instruction as well. 5-1, Calvin off to a early and impressive set 2 lead. Annie Lockett is blocked, and they can't cover, and it is 6-1 as Calvin in this set is playing nearly flawlessly. And that ball went just out, and the bleeding has stopped, at least momentarily, for the Dutch. Overall, Calvin has jumped out to a hitting percentage now, advantage of 245 to 172. In this set alone, it's Calvin positive 333 and Hope negative 333, but Sammy Seib has got a balm for that, and that is, why don't we fire up one of her aces? That's what she does on the team better than anyone else, her 44th of the season, and it is 6-3 Calvin. Martinez is blocked by DeWeird, and Fox 6-4. So after a miserable first 7 points, Hope with 3 impressive ones, and it is 6-4. Sammy Seib stands all the way back at the basketball baseline and sends it deep. Tough play. Calvin will handle it, and they get a lot on it as Erin Baker did a terrific job of getting a ball that, frankly, I didn't think they were going to be able to get. She is 3rd in the MIAA in kills per set and leads her team at 3.35. It's Martinez to Vanderwide. They go to her a lot on serve receive. Brooke Fox, what a play by Martinez in the back row. That one is overpass, and Andy Lockett is there with a block it to make sure that that ball doesn't go anywhere. Hope picks up the point, 7-5, and Kate Oates will serve. Hope trying to climb back in from a less than auspicious beginning to set 2. It's Erin Baker with some power, but it is handled. And a battle at the net is won by Hope, but Calvin is going to have another shot. Vanderwide to Lee. Fox's attempt is blocked. Kate Oates with a terrific block. Calvin has to play it. It's too close to the line. Oates with another great play. Middle tipped by DeWeird. Pushed over on first contact by Calvin. Pushed over on second contact by Lee. Back set to Allie DeWeird, who finds a spot in the deep corner. And Hope has cut the Calvin lead to 1. What a point. Neither team, well, both teams had flashes of greatness, and both teams had flashes of less than greatness. Hope ended up with the point. Baker's blocked well by Hope. Again blocked, but they can't cover. No, they do. They keep it up. And they don't keep it up, as Gretchen Galloway, the up official, called it, I think they called that it hit the floor. Becky Schmidt didn't see it quite that way. I think one of the corner officials may have signaled that it hit the ground, and that triggered Gretchen Galloway's whistle. They're both going to have a conversation about it. We're either going to have a point for Calvin, or we're going to have the famous volleyball redo. We'll wait for her signal, and it will be Calvin's point. 8-6, Calvin with the lead. Checking in will be Lena Kushibushki. Checking out will be Erin Baker. And Kushibushki will serve. Kate Oates, nice first contact on serve receive. DeWeird's attack is handled. Right side. Nice play by Jasmine Naminga as she's able to power it down. Naminga with her, looking for her on this very long list of players, with her second kill of the night. And that one sails long. Service error for Calvin. Point for Hope, 9-7. That is the third service error by Calvin, 2 for Hope. That's a deep one played by Calvin. Outside attack. Fox with a nice first contact. They're going to go outside to Vanderwide, who powers it down in between the double block and the net. And Hope is once again within 1. They have not led in set 2, as Calvin is giving the second-ranked team in the country all they can handle on a big night at DeVos Fieldhouse. very brief delay, but now we are ready to go. Fox with the serve. Outside attack by Calvin. First contact is Oates. Lauren Lee with the second contact sends it over, and Calvin sends it right back. And that ball is blocked by, Vanderweid's attack is blocked. It may have hit the net tape anyway. Calvin picks up the point, extends its lead to 2. Grace Marshall in, Brooke Fox out. Spoolma is out for Calvin, and she is replaced by Delaney Kemp. Calvin running a 2-setter offense. Kemp serves from the far right side of the court. Nice serve. Hope does a good job of picking it up, but they couldn't really get much on it. Here's a right side roll by Calvin. Kate Oates with a nice set. Calvin will get a shot now. Nice play. Avery Ekins with the power. That is her 6th kill of the night. Correction, 5th kill. Our stat folks are so fast. I look over and I think they haven't updated, but indeed they have. 11-8. Kate Oates is going to have to be jumped down by DeWeerd. Tracked down, I should say. Kate Oates has to roll it over. Pushed over by Calvin. Now we'll go outside to Vanderweid. And we'll try it again. This time with a little power, but picked up by Calvin in the back row. And that one on the right side from Calvin is blocked by Hope. On the left side, it's blocked by Hope. And Calvin with a miscommunication, and Hope with a big point. Calvin playing very well, but there are moments when they have little breakdowns, and that was one of them. That was how Hope got back into it. But they have led most of this match, and they lead right now 11-9. DeWeerd picked up by Gehrig. They'll go outside, a roll shot. Wasn't much on it, but it was just enough as Hope is having a hard time. And Allie DeWeerd had a bad angle on the first contact, and that's an illegal contact, and that's going to give Calvin a 3-point lead. And this is looking a lot like a replay of set 1, which if you're the member of the Dutch, if you're on Team Hope, that's not bad. But the question is, can Calvin keep the lead this time? And they did something to help their cause as they blocked the All-American, and they take a 4-point lead halfway through the second set. It's Hope 9, Calvin 13. We'll be back. You're watching Hope Volleyball.
Sports, like healthcare, requires commitment, teamwork, and excellence. That's why Hope College selected Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics to provide athletic training and physical therapy for all Hope College athletes. Get the care you deserve. Trust the team that exceeds expectations. The Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics Sports Medicine Collaborative.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
We are grateful for all the folks who helped bring this broadcast to you. I mentioned all of our student support staff. Travis Williams at the Outdoor Discovery Center, the good folks at Gentech, the good folks at LVZ. Calvin with a commanding 4-point lead here in the middle of set 2, trying to even things up. There's going to be a right side attack, and Sammy Side can't handle it, as that is Emma Ekblad again. Ekblad with her 3rd kill of the night. She has no hitting errors and an impressive .214 hitting percentage from the right side. 14-9. Calvin with a lead. Grace Marshall with an overpass, and waiting is Vanessa Martinez for her 3rd kill of the night. And it is 15-9. Correction, that is Martinez's second. Man, our stat crew is fast. Just gonna have to learn to trust them. Lauren Lee looking for something in the middle. Cam Burbridge is able to stop the bleeding. Annie Lockett's gonna come in. That'll get a little more up front muscle. Kate Oates will come out. So Lauren Lee will set from the back row. Back row is Seib, Marshall Lee. Front row is the power lineup of Vanderwide, Burbridge, and Annie Lockett. Outside to Vanderwide, and off the block, it ricochets deep into the bleachers, and that gets the crowd excited. It's 15-11, 2 points in a row for Hope. Lauren Lee, always tough on the serve. We'll see if she can keep it up. They have to chase that one down, but they do a pretty good job, does Calvin. Hope will get a shot. They're going to go to Lockett, and that one is handled in the front row. Boy, I thought that was an illegal hit by Calvin, but they're going to play on right side attack. And once again, Emma Ekbla with an attack. That is her fourth kill. 16-11. Lauren Lee could only get 2 service points, and it's a 5-point Calvin lead. Sammy Seib, not a great serve received by Hope there, so Calvin's going to get another chance. They'll go back to Ekblau. Nice play by Grace Marshall to Lockett. Handled in the back row by Ekins. There's a roll shot from the outside. Jump set, middle attack, and we got an illegal contact. That's going to be a kill by Burbridge. Oh, net violation, excuse me. Kill for Burbridge. That is going to be her. Let me pull it up just a second. That's her 4th kill of the night to no hitting error, so she's hitting 400. Here's Vanderwide in the back row. We'd rather have her in the front, but she's a very good server, and she can play serve, receive, and digging as well as anybody, so we keep her back there. Ricocheted off someone from Calvin off their head, but they did a great job of keeping it alive. And from the outside is Aaron Baker with a kill. And that gives Calvin a 17-12 lead. Baker with 6 kills, and again, 7 kills. No hitting errors. She's hitting 350. Not a lot of hitting errors by Calvin. They have been largely flawless with the exception of the end of set 1. Brooke Fox stops the mini Calvin run, 17-13. The always indomitable serving of senior Sammy Seib. Trying to get Hope back into this, and she does! With an ace! Sammy Seib with her 2nd ace of the night. (17-14). Seib again from the far left side of the court. Nice first contact, and Vanessa Martinez is blocked on the slide, and all of a sudden it's gone from a 5-point to a 2-point. Can we reproduce what we did in set 1? We're going to find out as Hope has trailed almost the whole way. Side to serve. Nice play by Aaron Baker. And that was out, but there was a touch. And that makes it 18-15. And Martinez will serve. 7 points away are the Knights. Hope got points in bunches in the first set that allowed them to cut that lead. Annie Lockett went hard from the right side, but too hard. And that makes it 19-15, probably one you just want to keep in the court. Hope trails by 4 late in set 2. They lead the match 1-0, but I'm sure they do not want to drop one to their arch rival, but they are on the cusp of doing exactly that. Kate Oates, the reliable server and back row player, will come in. But that means that the front row loses Andy Lockett. So right now we've got Fox and Lee and DeVries. Only 2 front row hitters right now. Nice serve by Oates. Tough play. Calvin handles it. Side with the first contact. Then an alley to Weird on the slide. Finds a spot. Threads the needle. And it is a 2-point match. Just when you think that the Knights have grabbed momentum, somehow Hope finds a way to get back in it. They still trail by 2, however. Sammy Seib's going to go back row to Vanderwide. Handled in the back row by Calvin. That one is blocked. Naminga was blocked. Vanderwide with a great back row play. Lauren Lee hustles down. Oh, and it's blocked. Brooke Fox is blocked. And it's 2017, a critical point for the Knights as they are inching ever closer to a victory over their arch rival in set 2. Hope has lost only 2 sets since September 28th. And those came at the hands of nationally ranked University of Chicago, and they are on the verge of making it happen today. Nice play by Lauren Lee and a better play by Brooke Fox, and they are able to get it over, but it still wasn't a whole lot for Hope to work with. Lauren Lee won that battle at the net. And that one is pushed over on second contact. That one's tipped over by DeWeird. Outside attack is blocked and covered by Oates. Here's Lee, who tries to push it over. And a rare attack error by Lauren Lee, and that gives Calvin a 4-point lead. Timeout, Hope. Calvin leads by 4. We'll be back with the end of set 2 right after this. You're watching Hope Volleyball.
Our students act as beacons of hope for their community. They lead with courage, conviction, patience, and strength. They're ready to change the world.
Calvin Knights are leading the hitting percentage war by a lot. 233 to Hope's 143. In the second set, it's even more disparate. 233 for Calvin. Hope is hitting 0 in set 2. You do not see that very often, but credit the Calvin frontline defense and their backline defenses. They have been able to manage Hope's power hitters. Trying to do something here, not all that well done by Hope, but they are able to get it over, and somehow they're able to pick up a point. Perhaps more of a mental error for Calvin than somehow an athletic play by Hope, but they found a way to get it done. It is still a 3-point lead, however. Brooke Fox, we've got Addie Vanderwide in the front row now as Fox will serve, and likely we'll see if she stays in after the serve. Here's the right side attack. Fox with a nice dig. Vanderwide with a roll. Calvin is able to handle it. Didn't look like it was super pretty at the beginning, but they were able to. Vanderwide ricochets it off the top of the block, and it's down to a 2-point match. 2-point set, excuse me. And Calvin is going to call a timeout as they want to do everything they can to avoid a repeat of set 1 where they led most of the way. They've led most of the way here, and the lead has been cut to 2. We'll be back in just a bit to see if Hope can shave it a little bit closer and maybe jump ahead. You are watching Hope Volleyball.
My name is Megan Bigelow, and during my time there I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both a business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope's stories of transformational impact.
Both teams battling mightily tonight. Neither squad has been flawless, but on paper, Calvin has outplayed Hope. In sets, it has been Hope with the first set, 25-21. Calvin leads 21-19, and Hope continues to flirt with getting the lead down. But Calvin has had an answer all this set. They did not in the second set, and that one is not picked up by Hope on the attack by Naminga, and Calvin extends its lead to 22-19. And it's getting to the point now where Hope's going to have to pick up a bunch of points in a row. And that cluster of points is going to have to start right now as Delaney Kemp, the freshman setter, will serve. And tough serve. Hope's not able to handle it. Kate Oates will send it over, and Calvin will get a free ball on the slide, and they pick it up. Jasmine Naminga with a huge play, and it is 23-19 as Hope is on the verge of losing its only third set since September 28th. Naminga with her fourth kill. Another tough serve by Calvin. Tipped by DeWeerd on the slide, and that one is out. Hope picks up kind of a cute point there as the teams tried to out-tip each other. Hope won that, but they are only 2 points away from dropping this, so they really need a couple of big-time serves from the South Christian senior. Not a great roll shot, but Calvin is able to get something on it. But that gave enough opportunity for Hope to put a play together, and it's Cam Burbridge, and she does exactly that. She's been quiet in this set. She's got 5 on the night. 23-21. Can Hope pull off another come from behind victory? DeWeerd, Grace Marshall has to track it down. Addie Vanderweide rolls it over, but Calvin picks it up. This should be a good opportunity for Hope. They'll go to their stud, and they get it! Addie Vanderweide, the shoulder that carries the team through many of these tough spots, does exactly that. And another timeout from Calvin. Hope has trimmed the lead to 1. They are trying to replicate what we saw in set 1. We'll be back to see if they can do it. Right after this, you're watching Hope Volleyball.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope Admissions Office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Addie Vanderweide picked up her 7th kill of the match, and it was a critical one as it is now a 1-point game. Middle attack, and it is out! And we do have a touch. The UP official, Gretchen Galloway, called a touch. and not exactly endearing herself to this partisan crowd, but they don't come better than Gretchen Galloway. When it comes to officiating, I would trust her in any match, as would Becky Schmidt, as she looked up and she nodded her head and said, if you saw it, you saw it, and that's what it is. The service error by Calvin took away their match point opportunity. They still have it at 24-23. Here's a middle attack, and it is out, and it is out. We had no contact. Everyone was a little confused, and we are tied at 24. I didn't think it hit anybody, but nobody really signaled anything. Lauren Lee to serve again at 24 all. And that one's out! And Calvin has fallen behind for the first time since 1-0. Maybe they haven't trailed at all. And Hope, all of a sudden, don't look now, they've got match point. Unbelievable. Lauren Lee will serve from the middle of the court. Picked up well by Calvin. Middle attack, pushed hard. Grace Marshall, Lauren Lee outside Vanderweide. Hope wins! Hope wins! An unbelievable comeback by the Dutch. They win set 2, 26-24. We're gonna stay right here and watch the announcing and introduction of the 2014 national team. I'll turn my mic off so we can listen to the boss. It's one big weekend at Hope College.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are excited to honor our 2014 national champion Hope College volleyball team and welcome them back to the court. 10 years ago, the Flying Dutch finished with a 34-2 overall record after beating Emory in 5 sets in the title match at Christopher Newport University in Newport News, Virginia. We're excited to celebrate that team and all they accomplished. Please join me in recognizing the 2014 national championship team. First, those players who could not be here tonight are number 2, Allie Mitchell, number 3, Anna Vanabunty, number 9, Sarah Feldposh Ersprung, number 12, Madison Mertz Roth, number 14, Callie Kostrava Smith, number 15, Paige Baker Plight, number 17, Leah Dunlap, number 18, Alexis Thompson-Wazak, number 20, Sophia Hackett, and number 21, Mallory Luke. And now, players joining us tonight, let's welcome them back to the court. Number 1, Lauren Hayscamp Miller. Number 4, Elise Maley Bowles. Number 5, Jane Kesselfels. Number 6, Anna Lynch Barnes. Number 7, Jenna Grassmeyer Horda. Number 8, Jillian Somerville Klunder. Number 10, Jamie Rogowski. Number 11, Amy Vanderstoop. Number 13, Summer Besteman Zimmerman. And number 16, Courtney Van Housen. Hope fans, please join me in another big round of applause for our 2014 Hope College National Championship Volleyball team.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dave Fleece, and congratulations to the 2014 National Championship team. So good to see so many of them back and all that they've done in life become terrific parents, spouses, and careers. A surgeon, an orthodontist, physical therapist, elementary school teacher, sales vice president, and the list goes on. We are very proud of the class of 2014 and what they accomplished in a truly storybook year. That team was memorable for being the cardiac kids in the tournament. In the regional semifinal, they got down 0-2. I think it was Otterbein. I can't remember. They came back to win 3-2, and they got down 0-2 to Wittenberg on their home court. And they came back to win that to advance to the national championship. They beat Clarkston in the round of 8. The legendary coach Johan Dulfer. They beat their arch rival Calvin, what was then Calvin College, in the semifinal in 3 straight. And then they won a heart-stopping victory over the Eagles of Emory University on a Monday afternoon. While all of campus sat and watched at Moss Auditorium, the Knickerbocker, everybody stopped what they were doing to watch the Hope College National Champions of 2014. Last year was a lot like that year for the Flying Dutch. They went all the way to the national final only to run into a sizzling hot Juniata team, a team they also encountered early in the season as Juniata flew into West Michigan and took care of the Dutch. One of only 2 losses Hope has suffered all year. And their other loss to Oshkosh also took place on the home court. So the only matches Hope has lost this year have been on that weekend in their home court. Taking a look at the stats very briefly here, we're about set to go. Calvin is out hitting Hope 218 to 187. They really outplayed Hope. They really outplayed Calvin in that, Calvin outplayed Hope in that second set until Hope needed to, and then they were able to come back. Calvin showing a lot of energy here as Delaney Kemp picks up the first service ace, and once again, Calvin leads 1-0. Hope led 1-0 in set 1, but then trailed most of the time. They trailed most of set 2, and in somewhat miraculous fashion, they came back to win both of them. Talk about the 2014 team being Cardiac Kids. This 2024 team is certainly taking a page out of that tonight. As they lose another point, Calvin jumps off to a 2-0 lead. Serving again will be Delaney Kemp, excuse me. Camp is another name that's popular in Hope College volleyball. This is Kemp, K-E-M-P. Annie Lockett picks up the first point for Hope as she was relatively quiet in set 2. That is her 7th kill of the night. But she had 5 in the first set. And only 1 in the second set. Eddie Vanderweide will serve. Hope looking to roll them up here in straight sets. Outside attack, nice first contact by Lauren Lee. Sammy Seib with the second contact. They go to Lockett. Calvin will chase it down. Kushabushki will send it over. Outside attack by Kate Lertzema, who's in the game, getting an opportunity to play. She's going to try it again, playing for Brooke Fox. Another opportunity by Kate. Handled by Hope, and we've got a net violation as Annie Lockett took a gigantic swing, and I thought he was going to bring the net down. She swung so hard, and she grabbed some of the net tape, and that will be another opportunity for Calvin as they pick up another point. Mackenzie Gehrig will serve. She is 6th in the MIAA in digs. Right side attack, and that's going to be a net violation, this time on Calvin, as Avery Ekins is called in the net. Lockett will get credit for the kill. That will be her 8th of the night. And Sammy Seib will serve. And Hope, as perform in the beginning of these matches, trails, this time 3-2. Seib with a tough serve, but Calvin handles it well. And Emma Ekblad powers it from the outside, and that is Ekblad's 6th kill of the night. Against only 1 attack error, she's hitting, her 7th kill. Just when I thought the stat crew had it updated. 7th kill, hitting 261. Eddie Vanderweide does a good job of grabbing it. And a middle attack by Allie DeWeert keeps the lead, Calvin lead only to 1. Kate Lertzema, listed as a middle, but she often will play outside. She has, in this season, Lertzema has appeared in about a dozen or so games, dozen or so matches for the year. Glad she got to serve it here. And there's Hope picks up another point. And Lauren Lee on the second contact. And we are tied at 4. Tough serve by Hope, but Calvin does handle it. That attack by Allie DeWeert ricochets off the middle block, and Hope with its first lead of the third set, a much earlier lead than they are used to, certainly because they have trailed most of the first two sets. Sarah Jensen checking in for the first time, at least the first time I saw it. She is a freshman back row player from South Barrington, Illinois. She'll take some time. (5-4). Kate Oates to serve. Outside attack by Erin Baker, hits the antenna. That will go back to Hope. They lead 6-4. Erin Baker having a nice night. That's only her first hitting error of the night. She's had 8 kills. That attack error will lower her percentage, but before that, it was 320. Kate Oates with a serving error. It's going to let Calvin back in with the ball. 6-5. Coming back in for Calvin will be Trina Vanderswag. Front row right now for for Hope is Lertzema, DeWeert, and Lee. Back row is Oates, Seib, and Vanderwide. Front row for Calvin is Martinez and who else? Schoolma, along with Erin Baker. Point for Hope will bring Grace Marshall back in with a 7-5 lead. And a service error by Hope. Gives the ball back to Calvin.
Martinez the serve.
Nessa Martinez will serve. She has been a part of this program since she was a freshman. Middle attack by Allie DeWeert, picks up a point. Hope extends its lead to 2. She's played since she was a freshman here, and she is a senior. She has been a big part of this Calvin program. The Hope folks are going to be more than happy to see her graduate, as she has had a terrific career for the Knights. Outside attack by Baker. Lauren Lee with a second contact attack, and there's a ball handling error by Calvin, and that will give Hope its biggest lead of the night. I think not the biggest lead of the night, because they did win the first set 25-22, so I guess it's 25-21. They won the second one 26-24, and it happened so fast I don't think anyone knew what hit them, especially the Calvin Knights, as Calvin led the whole way. Baker's attack is dug, and they go to their workhorse, Addie Vanderwide, as she pounds it down and picks up a point, and it is 10-6. Her 8th kill of the night. Timeout, Calvin. Hope leads 10-6, trying to roll them up in straight sets. We'll see if they can do that. We'll be back with more of set 3 in just a minute. You're watching Hope Volleyball.
For 2022.
Appreciate everybody who supports Hope College Sports Broadcasting. Special hello to 2 very good friends, Ms. Ann Baker and Mr. Tom Davalar, watching along the Hope College YouTube channel. And a friend of mine since college sent me a text saying, how in the world did they pull that off? And it beats me, but they have managed to pull out two terrifically exciting, maybe not terrifically well played sets against their arch rival. And they are much more in control this set. Perhaps Calvin is a little discouraged after having been on the precipice of victory 2 times in a row against the number 2 team in the country. This one's going back and forth, pushed over, but handled by Hope. Middle attack by Burbridge. Nice pickup by Gehrig in the back row. And Aaron Baker, who has been really firing tonight, is this time blocked by Lockett. And, blocked by Lee. Lockett is not in right now. Ann Baker, terrific friend of the program, as is her husband, Tom Davilar. You can hear his velvety voice tomorrow afternoon if you are out at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium. The long time and a tip by Burbridge, and that extends the lead to 13-6. Don't look now, but we got a blowout on our hands. Ray and Sue Smith Stadium will be the site of the 2 o'clock kick between the Hope College Flying Dutchman and the Adrian Bulldogs in homecoming football. Tom Davilar will have the public address. Mike Coleman, nice block of Vanderweide, and Calvin picks up a point, and they are energized beyond belief, trying to claw their way back into it. Tom Davilar on the public address, Mike Coleman on the play-by-play, and yours truly trying to do what he can to add a little bit of color and at the very least not mess it up. Nice tip by Vanderweide, but Calvin does a great job of covering that on the tip, but they, after the first contact, could not track it down. And Hope is up by a touchdown, 14-7. It happened oh so quickly as we were just kind of getting into the mindset of Calvin is going to dominate the first 3 quarters of the set, but they aren't this time, as Hope has come much more alert and focused than they were at the beginning of the first 2. Lockett is blocked, but she covers her own. Vanderweide about 6 feet off, and I believe that one hit the antenna. Hitting error for Hope, and that makes it 14-8. I think that's the right call. The crowd doesn't like it, but I think that was not off the antenna on the block, but rather off the antenna on the attempt. And we're once again going to have the blue collared shirt conference, and the caucus over there with the line judges and up official Gretchen Galloway. I think they got it right. And although she's now summoning the Calvin captain, so this isn't always great news if your captain is brought over. And we will see once. It may be that they felt like it was ricocheted off of the antenna, and therefore, if that's the case, it'll be a Hope point. So it'll either be 15-7 Hope or 14-8 Hope. And we are going to give it to the Dutch. 15-7. Well, Division III doesn't have a replay, and so it is now a touchdown and a 2-point conversion that the Hope Flying Dutch have the lead. And a nice middle attack is just wide as Avery Ekins, the captain, trying to bring her team back into it, and it is 16-7. Lauren Lee serving from the right side. And tough serve, Calvin unable to handle it, and it is 17-7. And Calvin is going to take their second and final timeout. Hope is rolling. We will be back with the last part of set 3 right after this. You're watching Hope Volleyball.
In a Hope Forward model, every student who comes through the doors of Hope College would have their tuition 100% covered.
Thank you very much, Ms. Audra Woolman, taking care of our student director responsibilities. She is outstanding at her work. She is the leader of Valeria Valencia. Jake Johnson and Emma Urich are outstanding camera folks. This was big time today, people. We brought the floor cam. We don't always do that for volleyball, and we did tonight, and we hope you have enjoyed it. Another point for a Lauren Lee serve, and it is 18-7, and who would have guessed it, but it is not close. A tough short serve. Calvin cannot pick it up. Lauren Lee is dominating with her shoulder on the right-handed serve, and it is 19-7. Valeria's got our wide shots tonight. Jake is on close-ups, and Emma is taking care of the floor cam. As I said, Audra Woolman, our outstanding student director, and how can we forget our director of video services and the best boss ever, Senor Freddy Velasquez. Thank you, sir, for all you do. Many of these folks work in virtual anonymity. The most important people, no, Freddie, I'm not in charge of your raise. I work for you, my friend. You can give me a raise. Many of the most important people on a college campus are the ones nobody knows about, and we want to thank them for that. Service ace by Calvin cuts the lead to 19-9. That was Emma Ekblau. Correction, that was Delaney Kemp. Leading the Knights tonight has been Aaron Baker with 8 kills and Ekins with 7. Naminga has 5. For the Dutch, it's been Vander Wide with 12. DeWeerd with 10, and Lockett with 9. Nice job by Avery Ekins. Picks up her 8th kill of the night. And Calvin doing what they can to extend this game and trying not to go quietly as the crowd got a little bit hushed tonight after that timeout, which is exactly what Coach Amber Warner's wanted to do. But Cam Burbridge has something to say about that as she finds a 5-hole attack and picks up her 7th, wait for the reload, 7th kill. She does not have a hitting error tonight. 7 for 14, hitting .500. Allie DeWeerd, 10 for 21 with 1 hitting error, hitting .429. So Hope has woken up here in set 3. Eva Hartung getting into the game, a senior from Lisle, Illinois. And an attack error by Burbridge, and no, it is a touch, 20-10. Eva Hartung with the serve. She went to Naperville North. First contact by Gehrig. Flying through the air is Ekins. Outside attack, Kate Lertzema. Nice pickup by Calvin. Lertzema with a nice hit, but not going to score a point. Burbridge finds her way around the block, and it can't be picked up. Hope is 3 points away from a straight set victory over their arch rival on homecoming weekend in front of a terrific crowd, near capacity crowd, on a night when there are so many things going on. Kate Lertzema with a block on the left side. Her first block of the night. Not something she does a lot in that spot, but she did it with aplomb. 23-10. Hartung is on a roll serving. Puts a short one up there. Tough to handle, but Calvin does handle it. Burbridge with the second attack. And Kate Lertzema that time pushing the limits, cutting it really hard from left to right, but cutting it too hard. 23-11. Mackenzie Gehrig will serve. Right in the middle, Sammy Seib picks it up. but we're going to have to free ball it over. Nice serve by Calvin. Jump serve, middle attack, tip. Calvin keeping it alive. A sloppy play by both sides. Lurtzman Burbridge with another block. And we are at match point. Hope College is about to pick up 6 straight set victories over their rival to the east. Something we'd have to ask Alan Babbitt to go deep in the history books to find out the last time that happened. Sammy Saib with a service error, and it's 24-12. Coming back to serve will be Ekins. Coming into the game will be Baker. Baker third in the MIAA with 3.35 kills just down the road in Saugatuck. He's had a terrific season here. Annie Lockett with the rocket. Hope wins! Hope wins! Hope wins! Calvin comes to town and gets swept by the number 2 Flying Dutch. This one 25-12. We want to thank everyone for joining us. We want to say a special congratulations to the 2014 National Championship team. We are so glad you are back. Congratulations to the 2024 team, who will retain their number 2 national ranking, and I would have to believe be at the very top of the regional rankings when they come out, probably this week. My name is Scott Vanderstoop. It has been a privilege to bring this to you, and we are grateful that you support us. Join us tomorrow at 2 o'clock for football, and right after that, Van Andel Soccer Stadium for men's soccer. Kickoff tomorrow, Mike Coleman and I will be on the call at football, and then soccer will follow that. It was a Hope College day. It's a good day to be a Flying Dutch. Hope wins in straight sets, 3-0 over their arch rival Calvin. We will sign off for now, and we will see you back tomorrow at 2 o'clock. You've been watching Hope Volleyball.